If you don't glue down a brow, then do you even exist?
Oh, my eyes are watering. Oh, okay, guys, wait.
I could never be on Glow Up. There is something about being in an industry that is female-centric. The patriarchy is going to diminish it.
Okay, what is this?
Airbrush.
No,
It's
you
got to
can
be a
have a proper
conversation,
chat.
isn't it?
Or a conflab, as some may say.
Conflab. Foul garland, everybody. Can we just have a minute? It would be like a club singer working alongside Beyonce.
Yeah. Are there ever any ding-dongs that are given where you're like, I'm not sure if I would have
Oh,
ding-donged
totally. We ended up having to take on mics.
that. Oh, gosh. I'm scared. I don't want to open. Okay, I'm going to do it. Oh, my God. Hello and welcome to Gay Star News. I am Conor Clark, the content editor, and today I am here with one of the most iconic makeup artists in the country who needs no introduction, but do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, why not? Hi, I'm Dominic, and I am a judge on BBC Three's Glow Up. And today, what we're going to do?
We are going to do a full transformation of my face in just 45 minutes. But while we're doing it, we're going to have something called a conflab, which you may know at home. So I'm excited to have one.
Yeah, no pressure.
I have actually never really had makeup like this applied ever.
No?
My experience of makeup is I put concealer on most days. So this is actually the first time I've ever been in these lights without concealer on.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it. But all I would ever really do is a bit of under eye. Maybe if I've got like a spot or something like this, evil one there.
Yeah.
But never anything like this. So
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay. So my thought is that we want to do a bit more of a festival makeup. But what I don't want to do is traditional sort of like Huns going getting glittered. Like we're not going to do.
I'm not a Hun.
We're not. No, we don't want to do a little glitter cheek. Like we're going full neon, like bright, bold. It's the end of the night. The lights are hitting your face, and that's what we're going to be inspired by.
I mean, it is Pride Month, so
Why not? This is it. Let's do it.
and I'm not going to see the look until it's done. So
No.
That's the twist.
That's the twist.
So will you get a ding dong from me? We'll find out soon enough.
I mean, there's an offer. The first thing that all Glow Up contestants do is glue down some brows.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a staple. If you don't glue down a brow, then do you even exist? So that's what we're going to do first. Are you ready?
I am ready. Is this what the drag queens do?
This is what everyone does.
Oh, okay. Not
Like
just the queen.
even your nan does this.
Okay.
Like
purple.
it's just become part and parcel. Okay. So we're going to whack on the glue stick.
What is the purpose of gluing down an eyebrow?
Well, it just blocks out the texture.
Okay.
So it means you've got more surface area.
Love that.
You can, drag queens will then move their brows higher so they
Yeah.
get more space between their lash line and their brow to get more makeup on, more of an eye look. But the whole glue stick thing, like I mean, I've been doing makeup for a very long time, and when I first started doing makeup, glue stick was not a thing. It was like a proper wax. Right, we've got to do the.
It feels a lot different than I'd imagined it, because I have imagined
Have you never had
eyebrows before.
Have you not had?
I've never done this before in any
Okay.
capacity, so this is
I mean,
like,
we are being quick, so we're not.
That's okay. We like quick.
We're not
In and out.
fluffing about. So we're going to let that dry down. Now we've got to get some eye pencil on. Have you ever had a pencil in your eye?
No. What do you want me to do? Just stay very
Let's
still.
look up.
Oh my God, that feels weird. I like it though.
It is weird. There is a weird thing.
Oh my God, it feels. Oh, my eyes are watering. Oh, okay, guys, wait. I'm not sure about that. We're gonna carry on, but my eyes are watering.
Right.
Okay, I will look
I
up.
haven't got time for this.
But I'm looking up.
You kind of
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Maintain your emotions.
Oh my
please.
gosh.
The trick is to think about other things. So what's going on the ceiling? Is there any lights?
Girl. Oh wait, I'm so. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. Okay, wait, no, go. We're gonna get into it
Right.
because we've got 40 minutes.
Look down.
down. Okay.
Look down.
We're doing the up bit as well.
We're doing
oh my
that bit. Right, look over there.
Okay, I'm looking. I feel like
Look-
I'm in.
look
Oh my
at-
gosh, it feels like Final Destination 5 when she gets the laser in the eye. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, stop. Okay,
I mean,
wait.
look,
I'm doing it. I'm doing
That
it.
it's not going to happen, but right, look to the other.
Where am I going? This side. No, you've done that one. Okay, yeah.
Like I love that you're.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I'm probably making you mess this up so much.
Well,
oh my god.
okay.
I'm closing my eyes while you're doing.
God,
Oh my
I
gosh, guys.
Guys, I can't
This
work
is
under
horrible.
pressure.
People who put makeup on do this every day. How?
Yes, there's something really soothing about like just sticking it in the
Okay.
corner, like
Where do you want me to look?
just
Okay, I'm gonna pull my face. I think I need to touch it.
there. Just,
Okay,
doesn't that
it's
feel
easier.
good?
No, it's easier. It's easier when I pull the
No.
thing down.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it down. For
Right.
some reason
Like, calm down. Calm down.
I'm calm.
Just calm.
I
Right,
don't.
you
I
can-
don't have a calm
You
setting.
can remove your hands.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Right.
can't
Just
do-
close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay. Now.
So should we talk about glow up? Why? I read yesterday that you began your career, or your career is inspired because you had a job at Body Shop.
Yeah,
Is this
did.
correct?
Yeah, I started wanting to get into fine art. Like
Yeah.
I studied fine art. I went to art college. Did the whole art student thing. But I can't do makeup and talk. So this is what I've got to learn.
This is hard.
Right.
I know. I'm
This
struggling
is
too. I'm
why
about
I
to
could
cry.
never be on Glow Up because I just can't.
Oh, do you not think you could do glow up?
No, because they talk to you whilst you're doing makeup.
Yeah.
I can't physically do that. I kind of didn't know if I wanted to stay doing sort of art or fashion or something. So I kind of gave up on school, and my mum basically said, "Go and get a job. And come back until you got a job." So I went out. I got the easiest job I could find, which was Christmas temp part-time job, like 2 days a week. It was the easiest, laziest thing I could get to just make my mum happy. But it meant that I had to learn makeup.
Yeah.
But because of the art background, I found it a really easy transition. Just look up for me. Oh, nice.
Oh, it's going right on. I can feel that one.
Like, I generally don't know what we're doing, but
That's okay.
we're going to work it out as we go.
We love that.
It was working with the customers that came into the store. Like, there was one customer in particular I remember who had never worn makeup, needed to wear makeup for her husband's like promotion thing. And she came in really sort of quite meek and quite mild, and just showing her some really simple things. You could see her falling in love with herself. And it was that sort of transition of being really empowered by how you look. Like, you could see that she just felt amazing.
Like a new person almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that to me was the whole sort of, okay, this is what makeup's
Yeah.
about. Like, yes, it's great to sort of, see a gorgeous red lip, but it's how makeup empowers people. It makes you feel amazing. And you can talk about like whether people should feel amazing without makeup, but you know what? Some people can't.
Yeah.
And so that's the beauty of makeup.
Why shouldn't they have it?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? You've obviously been in the industry for a long time. Do you find that some people just don't take makeup as like a career seriously? Because that's something I've encountered before, where people kind of see things like makeup and creative industries in general. They kind of see it as this flippant thing because you're not sort of doing a spreadsheet or something like that. When actually what you've just described has just as much power as a lot of these other jobs that people, deem more serious. Does that make sense?
No, completely. I think there's, I mean, do we want to go this deep? Probably not. But there is something about being in a career or in an industry that is female centric. The patriarchy is going to diminish it and make it less than. The beauty industry is something, I don't know the exact figures, it escapes my mind, but it's something like the second biggest industry in the UK, and yet somehow the government will not acknowledge it for its power in a community basis, but it will give billions to the steel industry and to car companies because they're owned by men. But and this is the thing, I think shows like Glow Up has really helped give the industry a beautiful sort of spotlight, but it also has enabled people to see that there is an actual career in makeup, and you can have a career. You can be successful. You can go on to amazing things. You know what it is? It's Grease. I blame Grease. There's that
Country or the film?
The film. I mean, maybe both. No, the film, because you've got that whole song about beauty school dropout.
Yeah.
And so it was always seen for generations as something people did if you weren't that clever. That's been the beauty of the show, is having all those sort of industry assignments and allowing the world to really see all the different avenues. And we haven't even touched the surface. I mean, there are so many things that we can do with Glow Up to sort of show just how much more there is. The arts in general, anyone going into the arts, everyone sort of just thinks, well, you're never going to earn any money going into the arts or going to art school. But I always say, like, the mug that you drink your coffee in the morning had to be designed by someone.
So true, yeah.
That isn't designed by someone putting data entry.
Yeah.
It's designed by someone who has a creative mind and has gone to art school. How are you feeling?
You know what, it's actually, it feels nice. Yeah, it's like got like a soothing sensation. It feels like I've got moisturizer on that's not sinking in. But it's nice. I like it. It's a very odd, it's not like anything I've ever felt before. At what point in your career did Glarp come about? And like, what made you actually decide, okay, this is now what I want to do?
I just turned 40 and I was just sort of in that state of, what am I doing? Where am I going?
Yeah.
Is this it? I think the decision I'm going to do is I'm going to go into your beard.
Go for it. Yeah, you know, I was actually going to ask, again, not to jump around even more. We'll get back to Glarp in a second. But if someone has facial hair, does that change? Like, how much does that impact what you do?
Nothing, you just put it on.
Just act like it's not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Glarp comes about.
I know how condescending it sounds, but there is this weird thing that happens in your sort of mid 30s and 40s where you stop caring about anything. You stop worrying what people think. You stop sort of playing to other people's ideas of what you should and shouldn't do.
Okay, what is this?
Airbrush.
Oh, I've seen this on Glow Up. We love this.
I'm using the airbrush because I want to just sort of help blend away some of the lines around the outside edge, but we're going to use the airbrush a few times actually. I'm going to do some of this. Right.
This seems like an eyes closed thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Also, I should have said don't breathe. Did you breathe?
I don't think so.
Okay. You can breathe. Breathe. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Breathe in. You breathing? You're not looking like you're breathing.
No, I wasn't breathing.
Right, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in.
Like, so should I not be breathing?
Right, breathe, like in and out.
Okay. Wait, do you want me to hold my breath in because I can do it?
And then hold it, like breathe in. There we go. I didn't hear the breathe going in. And so I was worried that you're going to pass out. Okay, right.
Obviously on 7 seasons of Glow Up now. How has it changed from season 1 to the newest one you're on?
It's interesting because the first season we did, I don't feel like there was any real thought about what the talent we were going to get. And so because of that, we kind of didn't really have a clear understanding as to the level that we should be pushing the artist at.
Okay, that makes sense.
So at the beginning, I think we were just quite amazed by what we were seeing. And then as the season's gone, we're like, oh, the talent is amazing. We can really sort of up it and we can really push it and we can get a lot more out of them. And then learning sort of the ways in which the young MUAs sort of respond, what we realized is actually we need to give like really specific feedback. And so the specific feedback we now give, you know, like the feedback we give can go on for about 10 minutes.
Like per person, you mean? For like
yeah. And the reason being is that we kind of want the artists to really sort of get a really good, detailed education. You know, we want them to sort of know exactly what it is that they need to do, not just for the competition, but for, you know, the real world. You know,
something that I like love about the show is it actually, what you were just kind of getting at there, it doesn't feel like a competition series in the way where it's like, okay, you're eliminated, off you go. It actually feels like even if you're only in one episode, you can actually get something from it and leave and actually go into the industry and be a better person for it and be a better professional for it.
Yeah, completely.
And I've seen like some contestants really struggle with the feedback because I think sometimes they seem to almost take it personally. And like there was an episode I was watching recently where I think it was Val went over and hugged them and just said, this isn't about you in that sense. It's about you being able to leave here and see the mistake and be like, actually, this is fine. Or like Courtney Act said the other day, there's such a fine line between being great and being brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I love about the show and what you guys do so well is make people actually understand where they need to go next and how. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, completely. And I think that's, you know, we always say that it's not about, I mean, obviously it's about winning. Like you want to win,
of course, yeah.
But it's actually not about winning. It's about taking as much as you can out of the experience, you know. And that's why we have such an incredible success rate in the artists afterwards going into the industry and really sort of, making waves and really sort of changing the industry, because the industry is very, it's a very white, very, middle class industry to go into, because it's just, that's it. It just is one of those industries that is very closed off. And the fact that we're now getting the opportunity to really sort of shake it up by bringing people who would never normally get opportunities to go backstage at a theatre or get on the set of a movie, and they are now meeting the people and getting into the industry and carving out careers for themselves, which is kind of what we want. We always joke about, like, one day one of them is going to win an Oscar, and so they better thank us in the speech, because if they don't, we're coming for them.
Do you ever like bump into any of them in the industry after they've been on the show?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
At bookings and stuff. Yeah,
I do. And I actually, I do sort of reach out to them and get. Was working with Charisse actually.
Oh, lovely.
Who is in season 7.
Yeah.
I'm working with her. I'm working on Burlesque the musical.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and so we were just sort of, I needed an extra pair of hands, so I just gave her a call and said, "Are you?"
Oh, that's so.
Because I know that she's London based, so
yeah. Someone
quick and
that's
easy.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so nice. I mean, some of the stuff as well you do on the show in terms of like the rewards they win. I mean, the other day I was watching the one with House of the Dragon.
House of the
It's
Dragon.
crazy. Like it's mad the
I
stuff that
know.
you get to do on
And I
it.
tell you, the number of times that Val and I just drop our CVs off at the
I can imagine. Yeah, right.
We're
Come on
like,
then.
we're like, hello. I mean, we've got all these people, but there's also
We've actually been doing this a lot longer and we're really good as well.
Yeah, just FYI,
Yeah, do you ever get like not jealous, but do you see some of the stuff they're doing and think, I want to
Yes.
be in on that? Like, do you know what I mean?
The episode working on Cabaret, like I've seen Cabaret about 3 times, and it is just
It's such an
the
iconic show.
most
Yeah.
amazing show, and the makeup is just to die for.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliant, and yet, like, I would love to get my hands on some of those cast and have a go at doing that, but alas, we weren't able to.
Did you know Val before you did blow up?
Yeah, I did. I had worked with her for probably about 15 years.
Oh wow, okay.
And through different things, it was like through working with on her team, sort of as a mere assistant in the back, and then over the years, sort of just working on my way up to sort of working with her on the bigger shows like Westwood and the Queen and things. So
Yeah.
So we'd actually built up a really good rapport anyway, and that was lovely. So when this came along, and I didn't know Val was.
Oh really? Like talks for
Well,
it.
the thing is, like, it's Val Garland. Everybody, can we just have a minute? It would be like a club singer working alongside Beyonce.
Yeah. It's not
And so when I was being asked, the club singer, to do this thing, and they kept saying, "What about Val Garland?" I was like, "Well, I like, she's amazing. She's amazing."
Yeah.
And then in the end, I just turned around and said, "Right, I think, can you just leave Val Garland out of this? Because there's absolutely no way she's ever going
not
to
going to do it. Yeah.
Little did I know, she'd already signed up.
She had signed before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's still on board, obviously, all these years later.
Yeah,
It's like,
completely.
I know you've changed presenters, but obviously you two have always been there.
Yeah,
For
and
such
and the presenters, it's not our fault. Like everyone thinks, like,
I
oh
wasn't
my
accusing
God,
anything.
Tom and Val are just the most meanest people. It's not us, I promise you. We're not the ones. We're not the reason.
I love that Stacey Dooley used to be on it. I just love that. I don't know why.
You know what, Stacey?
I
was
love
brilliant.
Stacey Dooley.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just so. What you were kind of saying about Val in makeup is like Stacey in journalism is
Yeah.
kind of that in many
Yeah.
ways.
She's amazing, and the thing is, she was kind of like the perfect person to have for the first couple of seasons. Selfishly, just for myself and Val, because like we didn't know what we were doing.
No.
And so she's
Well, she's such a
took
pro
us
presenting
under her
and
wing.
stuff, isn't
She
she? Yeah.
showed us exactly what we should do. How do we learn scripts?
Sorry, not to shift gear from presenters, but I have to say something that makes me die when I watch this show is the way you guys loom over the contestants. And I say loom because it's looming. And it's like they'll be there so focused, and then I just see you kind of like, sorry, what you're doing, like you're like that behind them.
No. Well, the problem is that we do end up. It does end up being sort of like we end up looming at parts where they're suddenly they're just going into an eyeliner, and I go, oh, hang on a minute.
Oh,
and so I do. I know it's really cruel. It's really cruel, but
it's a TV show.
We have to find some fun in the show.
Life is miserable. Let's find fun while we're.
Exactly.
We'll blow up. 10-minute warning.
Have we got 10 minutes?
I mean, allegedly.
That's not fair. That's not. I didn't sign up for that.
I think I've got you on camera saying that you did actually.
Did I? And we can edit that.
Rewind the tapes.
Yeah.
Who has been your favourite guest judge? Are you allowed to say that? Is that controversial? I don't know if I'm allowed to ask that.
You can ask. I don't know if I'll answer.
Or like, who are some of your favourites? Maybe not just one. Who are like your most memorable from over the years?
I think Michelle Visage was
iconic.
It was one of those moments where I was thinking like, okay, this is just.
Because you're a big Drag Race fan?
I'm a huge Drag Race fan. Like obsessed.
Yeah.
But don't ask me anything. I've got the memory of a sieve. I can weirdly tell you the 16-digit code for my boyfriend's Wi-Fi. Like that is in my head.
Well, that's something you actually need to know, to be fair. So that's valuable. Because I can tell you every single cast member and their placement from all.
Can you?
Well, it's part of my job, isn't it? Because I work. We work on Drag Race.
I mean, but that's not just that's like.
It's a bit sad, but it is. You've got to know it because
that's like question. What's that? Mastermind.
You know what? If I went on Mastermind, I think I could do the Drag Race.
I really wanted to. I mean, I got all 100% of my specialist subject.
Okay.
I got that right, but I wanted to do.
Wait, you said you've not been on Mastermind?
No, I went on Mastermind.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
but I wanted to do Drag Race.
Oh, sorry. What was your topic?
Alexander McQueen.
Oh, great. Okay.
I wanted to do Drag Race, but I couldn't because Dr. Ranj had
it.
picked that, and I'm just gonna sit there and say with no research and revision, I got like 7 out of his questions. He got 2.
Oh,
can we just sit that?
Oh my god!
Just sit there.
Could never be me. That's all.
Like I'm just saying. But yeah, you should totally do.
Because part of my job is knowing like the eliminations and like what's gone on because we talk to them about it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So you have to know about it.
Do that. Do it.
And I don't. When I interview, I mean, as we can see now, I don't use scripts and stuff. Some people go off of a
You memorize it.
It's
do
not
you
even
do you have that sort of that sort of memory?
I think I've made myself develop it. I don't think I did have it when I was like in university or anything. But I just think in certainly, I mean, one area where our industries overlap is there's no room to be anything but amazing at what you do, which is kind of a wet thing to say, but it's true. And certainly when you do interviews, certainly doing political interviews was how I developed it. Because when you're talking to ministers and MPs, you're not sat there with a list of questions. No. You just don't. And often if you're in Parliament, they take your things off you. I mean, when I went into Downing Street to interview Keir Starmer, they even took my Apple Watch. Like everything gets taken.
Well, what are you going to do with that?
So you literally...
Does he not want to know what the time is?
Well, they obviously are all allowed theirs. But I was in there like I've got no idea what's going on. And so... yeah, you have to have it all memorized, or at least a version of it. And that's why when we do things like this, it's easier because you can just make it more of a chat. And I prefer that anyway. I don't like to have a super rigid... I also find that when you have everything pre-written, I'm sure you see this on TV as well, if you were talking just on a script to the contestants, I would find I'm often not listening to them then when they're speaking because you're just thinking of your next question.
Yeah.
Whereas when you do it kind of how we're doing it, you actually listen and
it's got to be a conversation, isn't it?
Or a conflab, as some may say.
A conflab.
Why don't you have your version of Ding Dong?
Because you know what, Val's Ding Dong is like anything I do. It would be fake because it's something I've just trying. It's like when you're 12 and you're trying to come up with a nickname for yourself.
Are there ever any ding dongs that are given where you're like, I'm not sure if I would have ding donged
totally.
that?
We disagree all the time.
Really? Okay.
All the time. There was one season where we disagreed so violently. We ended up having to take our mics off.
Oh gosh.
And we walked around the car park and it was chucking it down with rain and we had these 2 umbrellas and we took our mics off because we didn't want anyone hearing.
No.
And we walked around and around and around, back and forth, trying to figure out how do we agree on something when we categorically disagreed. It was difficult. It was really difficult.
Even when you do the elimination sort of round, it really does come down to like, okay, that one has the tiniest smudge, so there we go, that's it, end of story.
Yeah, and I think the sad part is that you do get sort of, really, really amazing artists that do go out early.
Of course, yeah.
For no fault of their own. It's not sort of, it's not their fault. It's just what has happened in the final sort of couple of minutes. They just become a little bit
That's what it's there for, though, isn't it?
panicky,
Yeah.
and they can fall apart.
But also, I don't mean to be, negative about it, but that means maybe it isn't for them at that stage, because like the final challenge, for example, where you've got to present to the industry professionals, it's like, if you can't handle that, then it's not to say you're not talented. It doesn't erase any of that, but that is obviously a major part of what you do if you're in the industry.
Yeah, it's just a really, it's a tough industry. So
Yeah.
we need to sort of create challenges that just give the artists a bit of an idea of what it's going to be like in the real world.
get that.
And we do. It's a preparing them really for.
It wouldn't be fair if you weren't, really, because then if they go into it and expect it to be easy and that they can make loads of mistakes, it's just not how it's going to. I can imagine on like a runway show, there's no room for error, but you've probably got like 3 minutes to do it a lot of the time or something.
Oh,
if
like,
that.
oh my God, there was this one show many years ago where the last model turned up for the show, and she sat down, and I had all the makeup on my fingertips, and I just had to rub it on her
Literally
face.
just go like that. Oh my gosh.
Because she turned up just as the first model walked out on the runway.
Oh my god.
And we had like 3 minutes to get her hair, makeup, and get her dressed.
Would you ever do? I'm not saying if it's happening, because we can't talk about that. Would you ever want to do like a Go Up All Stars or anything like some of these other shows do, like Drag Race and Project One Way?
I would. I think we're now on season 7.
Yeah.
And so I do feel like there is things that people want to know about Glow Up.
Yeah.
I think they want to know that. I think they want to know where they are.
Yeah.
How have they sort of taken the opportunity of being on the show and done something else with it. I actually feel like there should be people who left in the first episode.
Oh my god, a pork chop season.
Like a pork chop season.
We need that, yeah.
Because,
we need that Drag Race as well. We need both.
There are people that were really talented makeup artists that just missed the opportunity because they just, might have done the wrong thing.
Things can go wrong. I mean, the thing I find crazy, no offense, but is when I was watching, season 7, and in the first episode, someone said, I've never done this before, but I'm going to give it a try. And I'm like, why have you saved it for your first episode on a TV show to try something brand new?
Because
unless it's the
what?
challenge.
They're young and they're free. They're free of trauma. They're free of anxiety.
Bless them. I would love to be like that.
Yeah, they just don't care. They're just going to do it. But I think I kind of respect people who just go, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically what I've done today. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're doing it. I think the beauty of the show, weirdly, is not about people being kicked off each week.
Yeah.
That part of the show,
It's
I think
part
is
of it, but it's
part of it, but it's not the reason. Like Drag Race, I think is all about the person leaving.
Yeah, I agree.
It's who is going to survive.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's a very different group of people. There is no drama. There is absolutely no drama on set. The artists support each other.
You can see that when you watch it as well. It's really nice.
They help each other. They teach each other. They go back to the house and someone's great at prosthetics and someone isn't, and they'll spend the evening practicing and teaching and sharing their tips. And that to me is it's just it makes me feel really good because goosebumpy. It's a really positive show showing showing young people in a really positive light. Because I think young people just get they get a battering from oldies who just, like back in my day.
Do you ever feel like, because obviously the show, it's not an LGBT show, but it's obviously, as we kind of touched on, the makeup industry has got such a large proportion of not just women, but also LGBT people. Why do you think makeup is something that so many queer people are attracted to?
You know what I think it is? I think it's down to, as queer people, I think when you come out, you don't just come out sort of with your sexuality, you come out of the constraints of society. You know, by making that step out of the closet, that you are then taking a step away from standard society. So normal societal constraints don't sort of matter. So you can wear makeup, you can, wear a different gender's clothing. You can just be yourself. You aren't, when you make that decision, you are being yourself, and you are embracing whatever that is, and you're not then sitting there thinking, yeah, but what's other people thinking? What are they gonna take from it?
It's like a liberation almost.
Yeah, completely.
Well, like some of the drag queens, for example, say, that drag and makeup for them is like the armor almost, because they've been bullied, or, so many LGBT people have faced that. Do you think there's an element of that where what we're doing now for some people just becomes like a shield, and how they can then go about their day to day?
We're all born naked, but the rest is drag, and that is it.
Truth,
it's we use makeup to. For me, it's a character. Makeup is all about character. You dress and you paint, and you present yourself the way you want to be presented. I always talk about like inside. No, on the outside, I'm like Disneyland. Like that's what I see myself. But in the inside, it's a bit like Milton Keynes.
Okay. Oh.
So like, and the thing is, it's like, I know that inside I'm a bit Milton Keynes. I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm a geek. I like Lego, and I collect absolutely anything I can, from musical mugs to trainers to Monopoly boards. Like I've got like 37 different types of Monopoly.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Like, I am that person. That's on the inside, but on the outside, I want to present myself as colourful and creative and fun, and so that's what we do. And I think as queer people, we understand the power of presentation. And the weird thing is that heteronormative, certainly straight men, they do the same thing, but they do it in reverse. They dress to be more straight, and they dress to present themselves as more masculine, because they're fearful that anyone is going to question their masculinity. I think they do exactly the same thing as we do, but they do it for other people. We do it for ourselves.
I agree with that. That's such a good way of putting it. Yeah. What does pride mean to you? Like, not even just in makeup, I mean personally.
Pride, it's really interesting. I think when I was younger, pride was just the accessibility of being in queer-owned spaces, and being in places where I was surrounded by other queer people, which when you're younger, you don't have that. So that it was a celebration of that. Now I'm slightly longer in the tooth. I see it as it's activism. It's about, taking a step to think, right, what has actually happened in the world, and are we in a better place? Which we're not. And so what are we going to do now to change it? And I kind of, it's my one bugbear, which I'll be honest, it's my one bugbear about the makeup industry and pride, that everyone sees it as an opportunity to wear a rainbow eyeliner. And I'm like, that is so offensive. It's so offensive to see pride as an opportunity to wear a rainbow makeup. when you actually have no idea what the rainbow flag means. You have no idea what's happening and what they're coming for, because it's not going to change your life. Like, you are going to carry on as normal. Whereas for everyone else that it actually affects, it's something more important. So to me, it's about really playing with the idea of being slightly more of an activist. And I also feel like I've got the benefit because I work in an industry that I can be slightly more of a soapbox sort of,
Hyde Park Corner speaker.
Because I can,
corner,
I can because I work in an industry that is very open to that, and I don't have to hide it. But I know for a lot of people they do. But it's I think Pride this year in particular, more than any other time I can remember, is not a time to be,
complacent almost, or
complacent, or just seeing it as another night out. Like,
I agree.
Like, it's you can go out, you can have your parties at any other time of the year, and they would be exactly the same as that weekend. There would be absolutely no difference. But this year, maybe don't buy one extra round of drinks. Maybe donate to a trans charity. Maybe, I'm going to say it. Maybe don't buy a ticket to a Pride event, but go to the parade and march. Or, instead of buying that ticket, buy a T-shirt from a queer artist. Like, do something that actually is going to impact the community that you utilize to exist. I think it's just that. I feel like that's where I'm at the minute. God, I know that I don't want to be downer, but
don't worry. I agree.
It's like they're coming for us. And we need. There are queer artists out there that need support, need platforms.
I completely
should do it.
I mean, I'm going to World Pride in Washington, D.C. next week.
Oh my God.
Well, I've had so many people say to me, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're going, like, with everything going on. I'm like, that's why I'm going.
Well, you've got to.
I'm like, I'm not going to sit at home and be like, if I'm someone that's lucky enough to get to go and be able to go, I'm going to take that opportunity because of what you just said. And I think people jump straight to the worst. And I get it because we are in the worst case at the moment. But this is what, in the 80s and stuff, this is why people were still out on the street marching. It's because they hadn't achieved what we have now. But now we're losing that.
You've got to go. You've got to show up.
I'll put on some rainbow eyeliner and think of you.
If you do, I'll fly over myself and just gut punch you.
I will be at the front of the march with rainbow eyeliner.
I'll just be coming at you with some cotton pads.
Wipe them off.
All right, last bit. Breathe in. Happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it done?
I mean, 45 minutes. It was going to be tricksy.
And we've done it in 44.
And it was going to be slightly messy. Don't get too close, people.
Don't zoom in.
Should we get a mirror?
Yes, we have the reveal. Okay, perfect.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Okay, what should I do? I'm scared. I don't want to open. Okay, I'm going to do it. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I look like I'm in space.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Is this like what you had in mind beforehand?
Yeah.
Like, have you achieved? This looks amazing. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's all. I was just. I wanted.
You can go on Glow Up. You're insane to say you can't. I don't. You just talk. You just talked and did this for 45 minutes.
It's all about neon lights. It's about being in the club. So imagine you are going on a proper night out.
I need to go out tonight.
You have to.
I have to go out tonight.
But then you don't stop going out, and suddenly you just become one with the lights.
Well, it is. Sorry to spoil when we film this, but it is Mighty Hoopla tomorrow. If I sleep like that, I'm gonna rock up. We should have done this tomorrow morning, guys.
Should have done it tomorrow morning.
This is unreal. Let me hug you. This is crazy. Yeah, no, too close. I have no words. Like, do you know how rare it is for me to be speechless? There is someone off camera who knows me, who I will not point out because I don't know if they want to be on camera. Can you just shout yes or no if I'm speechless ever? Like, no, there we go. I'm speechless. You can watch interviews to know that. There we go. Oh my gosh, you're
happy.
Yeah, oh my god, it's like nothing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even kidding.
That's good.
If I could cry, I would.
That's you're back.
No, it's amazing. If I had it in me to, have you seen Ugly Betty?
Yes.
Do you know when Wilhelmina says, "Even if I wanted to cry, I physically can't." That's me right now. Oh my god, no, I love it. This is so iconic. I mean, the eyebrows. Oh my god. Is there anything you want to say about it? Like, what to you is this look?
I think the thing is, for me, makeup is fun, and I think what we tend to do is we tend to go into makeup with the vision of what it's going to look like, and when we don't achieve it, we die inside.
Yeah.
And for me, what I've learned about makeup is that it's fun, it's unconventional, and it's unpredictable. And so you have to kind of go with the flow. So I tend to go into makeup with an idea of what I'm going to do. I've got a couple of mood boards. I've got a couple of images that I'm going to try and sort of look at, but I don't go in with any sort of predicted idea of what it's going to turn out like. I have no idea what we're going to do. I didn't know that this is going to be the end result, but I love it. And
I love it
you know, the theme is about, like I said, it's all about going to the club and getting hit by all those amazing lights.
Yeah.
And all these colors that bounce off your face.
I know, I love it.
You know, and
I love that
that's
you've done
kind
the
of-
ears and neck as well. It's so
that's
like
kind of what you got to do. You just got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if we didn't have the mirror,
Yeah.
you'd be walking around thinking that you just had some settings.
I know what, but I was like, oh, it's the same.
You can't see, you know, like I can't see my pink eyebrows. I can't see my tash. So I feel sometimes weird when people go like, oh, look at your pink eyebrows, because I forget. And so
It's just you.
because it's just me.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we do this thing where we spend our whole time like getting ready, and we go out and we don't ever look at ourselves. So why care what other people think? So yeah, enjoy it.
I know, I love it. It's as well, it's that feeling that I know we spoke a little bit about it, but like what we were talking about with Drag Race and people who wear makeup, it's that empowering thing. Like, I feel like I'm ready to go to the club right now and meet every single man available.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Do it.
Because they're not going to know what I really look like.
Exactly. Well, you know what? There's so many times when not anymore. I'm not. There's an age where you don't go to the club because
You say that, now you've met me, let's see.
Well, I tell you, well, maybe, but there is that age where when I was younger and I'd go to clubs, I would see people my age at clubs and I would go, oh my god, that's so sad. I'm never going to.
It's not. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. It's not. I believe you should be in the club at the age of 70 if you want to be 80, 90.
When I'm
go on.
Yeah, but there's that middle group.
I don't agree. No, I think go out,
it's
have
just
it.
a little bit weird.
And I also think as gay people and queer people, we don't have to prescribe by that norm.
No, we don't.
Oh, my kids are at home. Even if you've got kids, go out, leave them at home.
That
Fun.
is true. But to be honest with you, I do like
rave.
an early night.
That's fair.
So that's that. I mean, I
To a day rave. That's
well,
what I've started doing.
Like, I do go out. Don't get me wrong. I do go out, but it takes longer to recover.
Yeah, I get that.
So
No, I do get that.
I need to plan it with my schedule. If I've got 3 days off, then yes, fine.
I've never felt this texture on my face either.
You know what?
Oh.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
do. That is slightly annoying me.
Okay. See?
I'm just gonna do only because I'm
Yeah, no.
perfectionist.
We love that.
That's what I wanted to get.
There we go. Okay.
Right, there we go. Let's try. That
Oh,
down.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
we,
love
we
that.
were just missing.
to sort of like-
we
yeah,
were just
I think-
missing a little bit of
Because
something
you've got
on
this
the
bit
cheek.
here. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. Oh, I
right.
love it. No, I honestly
Let that dry down.
I don't want to just keep telling you I love it, but I really do. It's so good. I've never seen myself look like this, obviously. It's not like I'm doing this at home on the regular. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love it. I literally love it. And I wish I had like another interview today where I could just show up on camera
Could
like
you
this.
imagine?
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in and talking all
Pleasure.
things career, glow up and everything else in between.
Thank you.
No,
You're
it's
so
been
easy to
fun.
talk to.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
See, and you said you can't talk and do makeup. You learned something new.
I mean, I'm surprised I didn't slip more secrets out.
Where can people find you? Where can people watch Glow Up?
You can watch Glow Up on BBC iPlayer, all 7 seasons.
Yeah.
So, you know, just book a week off and
Yeah.
enjoy it. You can find me on pretty much all social media platforms, either Dominic_MUA or Dom_MUA or Dom MUA. That combination.
Well, thank you again. I hope we have you back soon for
Yeah.
a little drag makeover, maybe.
Can't stop looking at it.
And I will have to take some pictures. I'll do that in a second with the nice
45
lighting.
minutes, babes. I mean, tell you, when I
44, I would say. I mean,
got the call, that was not the plan.